Hello, hi, my name is Nadia Gencas. I'm the founder and managing director of Karaway Bakery. Apologies, my connection might be, can you hear me well? Or am I being stuck? Oh. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I thought I froze for a minute.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay, right. So really lovely to see you all, and thank you very much for joining this wonderful evening. We're very pleased to send you the rye breads that you received today. They are one of our best-selling ryes, and I'll talk about them a little bit later. But just to sort of introduce the bakery, the Karaway brand. Well, I myself am from Eastern Europe, from Belarus. I arrived here over 20 years ago, and mimicking Katrina, I also missed rye bread so much, and there was nowhere to buy it. So this is how we sort of arrived at the need and idea to start baking rye ourselves if there was nobody else who did it. So we founded Karaway Bakery in 2011 because we saw that gap in the market, and we wanted to introduce our sort of Eastern European recipes and Eastern European baking tradition to the English market. It was actually an amazing success. We didn't know how people will take it, but we've taken the best of our baking tradition. So namely Baltic countries, Russia, Ukraine, etc., as rye is staple food in our countries. And we've taken the best sort of traditional recipes and launched them here. And we've had an amazing success straight away. Actually, in the first year that we've sent, I think 11 of our rye breads to the Great Taste Awards, we've received, actually no, I think we've sent 20, and 12 of our breads received Great Taste Awards. And actually the Lithuanian scalded rye, the one that you received today, this one with calamus leaves on the bottom, in the first year it received 3 Great Taste stars, and also was chosen one of the top 50 products in Great Britain. We thought it was an amazing success, especially for rye bread, especially due to the fact that rye bread wasn't actually very well known in this country, but it was such a massive thing for us to have achieved so many awards. And obviously it inspired us to move forward. And to date, actually, our breads have received the most Great Taste stars in about 7 years altogether than any other UK-based bakery bread. So we feel that's an amazing achievement, and that's purely rye bread achievement. We feel that it sort of breaks the conception of rye bread, that rye bread is sort of somehow stodgy and sour and just probably a healthy choice rather than a tasty choice. So we're terribly proud of that. And so this particular bread that you have on your tables today, I would like to just sort of tell you a little bit about the history of this product, which is actually quite fascinating. It's one of the most popular, if not the most popular, Lithuanian breads. And it's been baked for centuries. And those interesting leaves, and sometimes people think it's straw, that is baked to the base of the product. It's actually there for quite a good reason. And the reason being is that those breads, they used to be baked in very, very large loaves in wood-fired ovens, and the bottom of the bread would burn because it would be baked for quite some time. So village people, they use calamus, which grows sort of on ponds, etc., around ponds. They use calamus for medicinal properties, the stem of the plant, as well as in food. And the leaves were sort of not used for much, so they've decided to sort of lay the bottom of the wood-fired oven with the leaves, so the base of the bottom of the bread would not burn. And eventually realized actually that the natural fragrance of calamus leaves actually enhances the flavor and fragrance of rye bread, and works really, really well with caraway seed sort of fragrance as well. So this sort of practical thing actually developed into something a bit more special, which helped the bread to stand out and also to be as fragrant as you can feel it and eat it today. And that's the most popular recipe. We bake all of our products using only natural ingredients and no preservatives, no nothing. It's sort of natural fermentation method. This bread is actually based on quite a special recipe, which is called scalded method, whereby the rye flour is scalded with boiling water as a first pre-fermentation stage. Basically, what happens during this process is that the gluten breaks down in the bread, making the end product more digestible, and the natural sugars present in the flour develop over the sort of cooling period of that mixture. And what we end up with is quite a mellow flavored, sort of sweet sour bread, and also sort of quite more easily digestible due to the scalding method. And it's a 4-stage process, and sort of it takes over 24 hours to develop. So that's quite a special bread, and we're sort of and we're very proud that British people really, really love it as much as we do. The other bread that you've received today is this one. It's 100% rye with seeds and grains. What a lovely shape we feel, and makes really, really lovely sort of Karaway style open sandwiches. It's quite special for a different reason, because it's the one of the healthiest rye breads in our range. It's made with only rye flour, no wheat flour whatsoever added. It's got lots of grains and seeds. It's a sourdough, so there is no yeast, no sugar. And yeah, so it's one of the healthiest and highest fibre breads that we do. This bread, actually, I would like to say, I mean, it's going to go lovely with the with the products that Rosehip and Rye sent you. But for Christmas, for example, I could very well recommend trying it with some onion chutney and cheddar. It's just amazing. It's the most amazing combination. And by the way, just going back to Lithuanian scalded rye, it makes the most amazing smoked salmon sandwich. So that's the loveliest combination, and complements smoked salmon very, very well. So I also would like to sort of touch upon generally, I think, the health benefits of rye bread, because sort of a lot of people are very much interested in their health and sort of making good choices for their health. And rye bread is actually an excellent product in this respect, because it's high in fiber naturally. It has a different type of gluten than wheat, and it has a lower amount of it. The gluten in rye bread is actually definitely, well, it's a different type of gluten, and it's less potent, and it actually makes quite a good alternative for people with mild gluten intolerances, because they can easily digest rye, 100% rye bread without any sort of associated symptoms that normally they would have with wheat bread. It also, well, it sort of contributes to the healthier gut as well, being high in fiber, and also keeps you fuller for longer. It doesn't sort of spike the blood sugar levels and insulin compared to wheat bread. So all in all, it's actually an excellent product for people who are watching their health and who would like to sort of keep carbs, good carbs in their diet, and continue eating bread. I think because I know we're pressed for time, so that's a brief sort of outline on the brand and the business, and also the products that you have in your bags today, and perhaps you would like to ask some questions.
Thank you so much, Nadia. I'm so glad that you finally clarified for me the mystery of these leaves, because I've always admired, like, and I really love the aroma, but I couldn't understand like what the purpose of them. So thank you so much. If anyone has any question now or any comments, please fire away.
Nadia, can I ask you, was it easy to get hold of the ingredients you needed, including the calamus leaves?
To be honest with you, that's a bit of a painful subject, especially now with Brexit coming.
Oh, I'm
Because,
sorry. Yeah, the B word.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. Well, because to be honest with you, in order to be able to arrive with the results that we have to arrive, you know, to follow the sort of the traditional recipes and have the traditional product, we have to, and we have been always importing 5 different types of rye flour from Lithuania. So the authentic flour, because we can't source it in the UK. We are actually importing those calamus leaves from Lithuania as well. So what we actually have, we have people, you know, going around and picking them for us and drying. So it's quite an authentic product, you know, in many respects, and we just couldn't compromise on the quality or, you know, on any part of it. It needed to be, you know, the best that it could be. Yeah, so we're going to see. I mean, it's unfortunate that we still don't know what's going to happen with Brexit, but we're going to have to continue importing ingredients come what may, because otherwise we're not going to be able to produce such wonderful bread.
Well, I really love your bread. I'm so pleased to actually get to meet you because I've been enjoying it and buying it for a long time. So well done. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can I ask a question? So you say you scald the rye, which in fact they do in Sweden as well. What sort of temperature do you scald it at?
So basically, it's literally boiling water.
Oh, it is boiling.
Yeah, I mean, the higher the temperature is, or the closer it is to boiling, that's the, you know, it gives us the best results. And we also scald it. We will scald the mixture of rye flour and caraway seeds, because then the caraway seed, you know, give out the best fragrance and flavor as well.
Okay, interesting.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question? It's the first time I've tried your bread and it's absolutely amazing. Where do you sell it? I mean, obviously at the moment it's probably different in lockdown.
Okay, so you actually, so sorry for interrupting. Well, yeah, now it's a bit sort of difficult because, I mean, we have our flagship store in Westfield Stratford, which is now closed as of today for a month. We sell it through Whole Foods, Selfridges. Then there are a variety of sort of smaller grocery stores and sort of delis. We also supply it via Farm Drop, which is sort of, well, they deliver mainly in London, I believe, or just a little bit outside of London. We also have our own online shop on the Karaway Bakery site, which we've actually just pretty much opened during the first lockdown, because we had to somehow be able to reach our customers. And it sort of helps as well. So you can order online and we deliver nationwide, apart from, I think, well, we deliver mainland UK via couriers. And then actually Ocado on Amazon as well, our breads are available, so for sort of more nationwide delivery.
Right.
And just to say, Alex, obviously through our shop, that's how we know, that's how we collaborate. Yeah, so you can basically, we deliver across the zones 1 to 3 and outside of London, Liverpool as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm sure there will be more questions for Nadia, and just remember them. But I think we're going to go on to, thank you so much, Nadia. It was actually really lovely to hear your own story or talking about bread. Thank you so much.